bridge.
Hey man, you got a wrench? I'm trying to steal a tank. I need like a wrench and then like a landing craft.
You want the wrench?
Yeah, wrench and a landing craft.
Not sure what you mean by landing craft, though.
Got like a ramp and then you put vehicles in it and then you deploy it, right? So I want to get the
Oh,
landing
yeah, the
craft
barge.
and
Okay.
then take the tank.
Well, good luck finding a barge over here. Like, we are in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I want to believe in your expedition, but gotta be realistic.
Hold my beer.
Give it to me.
So, to fill you in on the plan, after scouting behind the bulwark at Umbral Wildwoods, I found an unscratched, lonesome MPT near the shores of the Gap, and so I immediately devised a plan to take it home. I needed to acquire a barge, wrench, and some extra fuel. Then I was going to ride to my bookmark and then use the wrench to break the lock, load the MPT onto the barge, and then ride off into the sunset. Unfortunately, as shown by the footage, there was no abandoned barges in Deadlands or in Lockmore, so I set off to build my own. I may or may not have stolen some B-mats from Siege, which I may or may not have sunk to the bottom of the river, but after many embarrassing attempts and with help from a random corporal, I was off and sailing towards victory. The only issues I encountered while traveling down the River Mercy was this godforsaken barge in the middle of the Right, so my plan may or may not have worked due to a freighter dangling getting stuck in the waterway. With only a wrench in my person, I set off on foot to Umbral to go unlock the tank behind the wall, hugging the lengths of the river to avoid being shot by enemy bunker defenses. After the long trek on foot to the last known location of the MPT, I anxiously got out my wrench and started to dismantle the lock on my prize. And, to my absolute amazement, not only was the tank unguarded, but also had 40 rounds inside of it. The only thing slowing down my progress was the quarter-full fuel tank. It was then I pinged some of my buddies for assistance in extracting the tank. Since there were no barges available, water extraction was impossible, and the bridges to the Stray had been blown. Wishing to keep my tank alive to fight another day, I opted to hug the south of the bulwark and head towards East March. The only remaining options were either extract through the Drowned Vale or attempt to blitz through an active front. Wishing to keep the tank alive to fight another day, I opted to hug the south side of the bulwark and head towards East March. I started up the tank, hoping that the cover of night would prevent me from accidentally running into some colonial anti-partisan forces, and started to drive east until my fuel tank was exhausted. Then I started to scout the areas on foot for any howitzers or mines that would prevent me from extracting the tank. It was then that I realized the occupied colonial town of Amethyst had no defenses or enemy presence. However, it had an enemy concrete base to the west.
No, it's not.
With the minor setback of death aside, I respawned in Stray, grabbed some fuel, and made my way back to the tank. Confident that the route towards East March was free of any colonial activity, I refueled and hit the brakes. However, to my horror, an old adversary had returned, the dreaded Q. Knowing it would be at least half an hour due to the siege of the baths in the Drowned Vale on the way, I opted to instead plead to the regional chat and my good friend and regiment leader Mr. Habibi for assistance. Of all the people to come to my aid, Nicolas Cage, who I assume was eager to steal another item after acquiring the Declaration of Independence, hopped into the driver's seat and drove west to escape in the small opening near the river. After nearly becoming yet another victim of the physics engine, I informed Nicolas Cage that if we could not go home, we may as well use the MPT to further the war effort. I prepared the 40mm cannon and proceeded to liberate the nearby town of Amphis from its colonial oppressors. Fully expecting to die from a colonial QRF, I was shocked not to see a single goblin try to stop us from taking our rightful lands back. So, with 10 rounds remaining and yet again low on fuel, we made our way back to the bulwark wall. Mr. Cage then informed me that he and Mr. Habibi would come back with a plan on getting the tank back. It was then that I decided to name the tank Bertha.
Crane's here.
Crane?
Got the crane.
Oh, we're gonna package it?
Yeah. We're about to get this thing out of here.
I hope you know what you're doing then, Cage.
Okay.
Oh, you madman.
Package it up.
Okay, gotta hop out. Here we go.
Finally getting over the wall.
Closer?
Boys, wait for a moment.
Okay, coming.
Wait.
No, he's good. Here. Stay there.
Okay. Stealing a tank, of course.
There you go. MPT. I got some fuel for the MPT as well.
Just drop it. I mean, you don't even need to. Just drive the
Go
crane
move
back.
the crane. Move the crane.
I love you, Mr. Habibi.
It's a perfect MVP! Hooray!
We did it.
We did it!
We did it.
We did it!
Mission
It's in
success.
Nicolas Cage!
Free tank.
Oh my goodness. Wait,
Okay, we
let
refuel.
me move, man. I need to lock it in case call is coming in. Okay, boys, partisan, good luck.
Good luck.
If you're looking for places to be disturbed, is their backlines.
We know what we this is our third run today.
Oh, okay then. Good luck.
Nice. Alright. We out? Oh. Yeah. Do you want to just frontline it? Or should we go somewhere else?
We got 10 rounds left, and I kind of want to keep it as a trophy.
Fair enough.
I
You
bro.
guys
Mamaya,
work out?
back. Oh, di ba? It's up to you.
You can gun if you want. You guys are like in the same clan. I'm not gonna interfere.
And after many trials and tribulations, myself, Mr. Habibi, and Nicolas Cage managed to successfully extract the colonial NPT from behind the bulwark wall. After 2 long hours of scouting, getting the tank ready, and then finally bringing it over the wall, I decided to show it off to our boys in blue. Free tank. Wanna know how I got Bertha?
Yeah, sure, hit me with it.
I was doing some parts and stuff, and then I found an NPT left on the beach with ammo and fuel. I don't know how collies managed to do this. You like this tank? Got her from behind the bulwark.
Are you seriously not? Why?
We are not outing, man. My boy just stole it somehow. He used the magic of...
Hey, if you don't believe me, I'll make a video about it.
God, you're literally Jesus.
I did die multiple times. Yeah, keep your eyes on Reddit. In like a couple days, I'll release this video.
Bet, I'll watch it. I'll watch it, bro. I did that the other day, except I didn't get out.
If you didn't hear, I stole Bertha here from behind the bulwark. No ulting required.
Wait. What?
Fucking idiot.
You seriously got it from behind the bulwark?
Yeah, I had fuel and I had ammo. I blew up the Amethyst Town Hall and then got a crane and got home.
It's a 200 I plus IQ weapon. I mean, it's a...
Can you pull the mic from out of your mouth?
Turn the volume.
Don't worry about him. He's good. If you want to have similar adventures or have other adventures of your own, please consider downloading FOXHOLE. It's only like 30 Canadian dollars on Steam as of typing, and it's a great game to help support a Canadian developer. Anyways, my name's Tango, and I'm signing out. Fly dangerous.